I don't know.
I try and give her the intro, and she face plants the fucking desk. Okay, guys, I'll take the lead on this one.
You got this.
We are back in the same room today and talking about the reasons why self-love actually requires self-doubt sometime. Do you have something to say now?
Yeah. So there's a common misconception. Fucking hell. There's a common misconception that self-love is all plus, plus, plus. That in order to have self-love, that you have to always be confident, always believe in yourself, never have moments of doubt or any of that stuff, right? But in actual fact, you have to have both. Every time you hit, in order to keep you growing, right? Every time you hit a new level of self-doubt, you have to have the plus and you have to have the minus pop up simultaneously and to the same degree in order to keep you growing. If it's all plus, 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 you're going to stagnate, right?
Yeah. So, and the reason we decided to do this one is I had this exact experience over the last week. It's been, I have in history the best week I've had already in March. It's only halfway through March. I'm going up to Queensland next week and doing 2 towns rather than 1. All this really cool shit's happening. And I had broken through a couple of my own things over the last week. And so I should have actually been like super like amazing and on top of the world. But when you get to a new level, when you break through an upper limit, you've got old belief systems that you've got to feel and work through to be able to stay in that level. Otherwise, you'll just sabotage yourself back down again. Because if you try and pretend that everything's amazing, blah, 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 without feeling like the bullshit that was holding you back from being at that level in the first place, it'll end up coming crushing down on you. You've got to deal with that shit.
It's like having a continuous opportunity to use the doubt as an access point. To go, okay, where do I still have belief systems, or where have I hit that point of comfort or discomfort in this case? Where have I hit that point of discomfort, which is now the space, it's created the space to grow, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, you use your example. For me at the moment, I'm doing things in business on a level that I've never done it before. So there's all this stuff coming in that is new to me and that I don't understand. And it's like, fuck, like I'm a rookie. But what it is that I'm a rookie at this new level. And so this is forcing me to step up and grow. And the self-love is there, the self-worth is there, but the self-doubt is also there. And that's what we have to recognize, that self-love is never about having just plus, plus, plus and always loving yourself and always feeling like, you know, confident and all of that. It's having both.
And I think that also comes down to, like, part of self-love is looking at the things that you previously haven't liked about yourself and forgiving yourself for those things, but you've got to actually get into a place where you can acknowledge and feel those things so you can actually give yourself and all the other people forgiveness that are involved around that. And that requires you to go through a little bit of pain to be able to actually give that forgiveness, because you can't just go, yeah, that thing, whatever it was, I forgive it. That doesn't work like that. You've got to be in the feeling of it.
I really want to disagree with you on
really?
Forgiveness. Yeah, I'm like...
Go on.
Okay, so in order to forgive something, it means that it has to be wrong, right? So if positive and negative occur simultaneously and to the same degree, right? If you're forgiving something, it's because it's wrong, but you're actually... It's a half-truth. You're missing out on the right. Does that make sense?
But if you've got a feeling of guilt for yourself or self-loathing because of that, isn't the way to heal that to forgive whatever feelings were about that?
No, it's about seeing the other side of it.
But sure, so you can take a learning from it, but if you've been holding on to something that's like caused you pain and you feel shitty for it, and you can definitely learn a thing from it, but you can take a lesson and then still feel pain from something unless you apply forgiveness to it, right?
No, I disagree. Because if you're still feeling pain for something, it's you haven't balanced the perception. You're still seeing it as more negative than positive. Does that make sense?
I get that.
When you can totally balance it, there's no need to forgive, because you're like, I'm fucking grateful, I'm centered for that situation. Sure,
and I 100%, like, I've done some pretty dumb, like, some crazy things. There's been some intense situations where I'm like, fuck yeah, man, just lost everything I own, fucking this is brilliant, can't wait to see, I see the silver lining, but I still think that there's an emotion, and especially other people that are attached to that as well, to not have these blames and things like that, to just go forgiven, whatever, and I can see the silver lining for it, because sometimes, you have actually self-sabotaged, and you've got to forgive yourself for actual self-sabotage, even though there was a good reason for it.
That's still it's still a lopsided perception, because when you can see both sides, it's gratitude. It's pure gratitude that had to happen exactly as it had to happen, because there is a divine order to it.
So can we call it the same thing with a different word?
I don't think it is the same thing though, because forgiveness it's lopsided. Forgiveness is that something went wrong, and you have to apologize to yourself for that and accept that you did that.
I don't think it's apologizing. Like, I think it's because it's like, oh, I'm not. It's not that I'm sorry, but I forgive all of the things. Like, you let go of the pain.
I don't know. Without being in your head and knowing how you're feeling about it. No.
Should we get to a place?
I believe that when you truly see... No, I don't believe, I know for a fact. When you truly see the balance in something, you would not change a thing. It's pure fucking gratitude. You can't help but shed a tear for that moment and for everything that happened, because you can see the divine order.
So what about if we're talking about, like, because our upper limit beliefs normally come from when we were quite young, and we're at like 8 years old or something like that, and we have guilt from a child, and we can't, even have a look at... What are they saying?
What the fuck? Sorry, I'm knocking shit over, guys. That's a real bad angle, hey? Yeah, banter. Hey, everyone.
Banter. Hi, guys. Can we have some feedback on agrees and disagrees right now?
Forgiveness or no forgiveness?
All right. Let's leave this for a moment. This little section here. Detour. Because we're going to argue about this all day, because I 100% agree with what you're saying, because I do look at there's been a couple of moments in my life that's taken me a long time to go, oh my God, I see why I had to do it now.
Yeah.
Like, and then normally when you get through those things, it's like, new level I can get to, because
totally.
I can see the reason for that. And most of the time, this is a really bad angle. Can we do something about this? We need like some kind of...
I agree on both.
Hey!
Okay.
All right.
On the fence, Crystal, on the fence.
All right, so I think that there's probably a level of truth for people in both of that then, because they've probably gone through having to forgive people and forgive things, but also seeing the silver linings and things. Because I know I've done both. There was a time maybe 18 months ago when I had to timeline therapy, and you go back and forgive younger me for all the things and carry some forgiveness through my life, and that helped me deal with a lot of shit. But there's also, like, I've become an absolute natural at silver lining in all of the things that happen, and seeing that it's like I'm grateful for every single one of the stupid things.
I still think that, yeah, if you
When are we leaving this?
Okay.
They agree with both.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Anyway, so we're talking about self-love and breaking through limits and
it's
having...
kind of all relevant.
It is relevant.
Yeah.
Glad it's Saturday. Timeline, yeah. See, and the timeline, I know that most of the NLP guys that do timeline therapy, it's either forgiveness or wipe it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to.
Anyway, I've gone back onto the same track now. So the point is, guys, that if you are trying to practice self-love and shit comes up, you don't need to ignore it and go positive, find myself a good mantra to get out of this situation. Feel that shit.
Yeah, use it.
Use it.
Recognize that that's you reaching a new level, and it's your friend. Like, the struggle is the gift. The struggle is the fucking gold. Like, it's the shitty wrapping paper for, like, what's the wording I want to use? It's the shitty wrapping paper for the gold, right? Like, you peel away that crap and boom, there's your gold. There's your access point to new depths and new heights.
Yeah. Because you can find so many things out of that shit feeling if you can just, like, look at it and like, I always find that thing, whatever that thing is, and write about it until, if it takes me 1 page, if it takes me 20 pages, until I get to, oh my God, this is what's my block, this is what's been in the way the entire time. And then you can let go of that and experience the actual good thing that your mind, or that you're trying to actually be in. But there is that limit there, and then you get to be in the new state. You get to live up here forever rather than going up and down all the fucking time. You! Alright, guys. Hey, Ben! Glad to see you on for once.
I find acceptance of that the biggest help. It's okay to not be okay. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Cool.
What else? Oh, there's so many people on today.
Oh, go Saturday. Did we get the time right again?
Yeah, I think
we got the time right. Alright, dudes and dudettes, we will see you very soon.
Adios.
Bye!